This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. So long back we learned about give me a second. Leave it. So we learned about purchase requisition process. Long back we learned about purchase requisition process, but it is not completed maybe last time. So let me recap whatever it was discussed I mean to say almost 20-25 days back we have discussed about purchase requisition. So let me show you the same process once again. Okay, if you want purchase requisition process to understand, or in the system, even you are a system administrator, you may not access this purchase requisition process. What do you mean? That one means, let me go to this one, procurement and sourcing module, collapse all, purchase requisitions, all purchase requisitions. This new button will be disabled by default. Okay, so let me open the notepad and then we'll discuss. So this is the first document in new year, 3rd Jan 21, 22. I need to habituate to 22. Fine. So the first most important is, if you want a new button should be enabled, even system administrator also, for system administrator also new button will be disabled. If you want this button should be enabled, the first prerequisite is you can go to system administration, users. So this admin user should be mapped with an employee. That is the prerequisite. Means if you want new button should be enabled in the purchase requisition process, the first step is user should be created in domain control, that is in AX 2012. This is AX 2012 domain control. Okay, because the server is locally hosted. But whereas in D365 it was web enabled, so web-based and web-based functionality. If it is a web-based functionality, then the user should be a part of some email. Okay, fine. So I mean to say I'm removing this one, should be created, user should be created, and then in HR module worker should be created. This is in human resource module. Okay, and worker should be okay. This is we'll discuss this one later. So one is user should be created and worker should be created. User should be mapped with worker. Any confusion? These 3 words or 3 lines? First, in system administrator, user should be exist. Even that user is administrator in system administrator module. In system administrator module, the user should be created. And user, even though user is an administrator, even though it is user is an administrator, means system administrator role is exist, new button will not work. New button will work if it is mapped with employee, the person or employee. That is a prerequisite to enable as an employee. Like a purchase requisition button should be enabled once it is mapped properly. Then only this new button will be enabled. Understood? The first condition. Any confusion here? Okay. Next, can anyone unmute and let me know? Can you speak at least whether you are able to hear my voice or not?
Yes, Satya, understood. Clear.
Fine. Okay. So the first condition is user should be created in the system administrator, even though system administrator role will not work. User like worker should be created, and this user should be mapped with worker. That is the prerequisite. Next, I'm creating an item. Let me take duplicate. Next one is I'm creating an item, product information management. Products, release products. So I'm creating an item, suppose 1002. Okay, and then I'm mapping storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group. Otherwise, you can apply template also. You can apply template also. Then whatever it is already earlier it was created, that will be updated the details here, like storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group, everything. Okay, I'm mapping normal LIFO. Storage item model group, item group, storage dimension group, tracking dimension group will be updated. So you can apply the template also. You can apply the template. What is this template? I will discuss with you later. Fine. We have created. Clicking on OK. So this item will not be visible in the purchase requisition. Look at this one. I'm creating a new item. New. Click OK. So in the released products, if I click on validate, it is everything is fine. But if I click on item, here in this item master is not displaying. Look at this one. Item will not display here. It is showing only 4 items. So what is the reason? I will explain you one by one. So release product I have created. So this release product should be mapped with the category. That is the prerequisite. Should be mapped with the category. So in this, you can go to purchases. I think it is in product tab only. Yeah, here product categories. You need to map procurement category hierarchy. You need to map procurement category hierarchy. Okay, suppose I'm mapping computers and accessories. Okay, so means release product should be created, category should be created, and these two should be connect each other. So I'm writing down one by one. Release product, create release product. Create procurement category. Create procurement category hierarchy and map release product should be mapped with category hierarchy. Okay, this is next step. Once it is done, you need to publish this item. So in the procurement and category procurement module, we are publishing this one in the catalogs. Look at this one, catalogs, procurement catalogs, office supplies USMF. So if you expand this one, let me verify here, computers. One second, let me map. So this category hierarchy is mapped or not. Take the duplicate. This is office supplies USMF. Let me go to product. Product information management. Release products. So for item 1002, product categories. So this is not the one actually. Let me click new. The category hierarchy is office supplies USMF. But office supplies USMF is linked with, give me a second.
Satya, office supply is in procurement only, Satya, not only.
Where?
Office supply is in procurement category only.
But actually we can map here also.
Yes, there the procurement office supply is there.
Okay, 1 minute. This is correct, but then why it is not showing office machines, computers, calculators and computers? Huh?
Yes, yes. Click.
Here, let me go inside. It is not calculators in this one. It is in computers only. Let me refresh, because that item should be displayed here. That's what I'm looking. Otherwise we can add here also. Give me a minute. Sorry, I think it is under catalogs. I remember this one, it is here only. Otherwise, we will do one thing. I'm adding here itself. You can map vice versa also. Anywhere you can map it. Okay, I'm adding here. You can map either one from there, or you can map here also. But why it is not showing here? Earlier, new button will be enabled here. Now it is not showing here. Let me click on add. Any changes in the recently? Because you can add here also. That is possible. Give me a second. Office missions, computers. Let me delete this one. This is correct. Office missions. Office missions, computers. So office missions, computers. I'm adding here. Save. Then let me select here and once again select. Yes, now it is coming. 1002. So small maybe misunderstanding here. Okay, once it is coming here, you need to click on publish catalog. So yes button will become S will be displayed. No button, earlier it is no. Now it was changed to yes. Okay. So once the procurement category hierarchy is done, then next step is publish in the procurement catalogs. So in procurement catalogs, select the item and then publish. Okay, once it is published, then it will be visible, it will be available. Look at this one. So it was published. Now the new item, whatever we have created, 1002, whatever you have created, it was published and display yes. Now you can go to procurement like purchase requisition. Now it will display that item. Okay, these are the prerequisites and some more options also available. I will explain you. Give me 2 minutes time. I will discuss with you that one. First, let me proceed with this process, minimum process. Okay, I have created. Now let me map site and warehouse. You know that one, it is always site and warehouse is mandatory for inventory transactions. I have mapped. Fine. Now it is in the draft mode. It is in the draft mode. Workflow is mandatory. Workflow is mandatory. So that is the reason I have opened this trial version. Now let us understand workflow. So let me close this one. Go to procurement and sourcing module, setup, procurement sourcing workflows. So there are 4 to 5 areas workflows are mandatory. One is purchase requisition, another one is in the project management and accounting, timesheets approval or quotation to project. There are mandatory, without workflow you cannot proceed. Okay, so in project management accounting, there are 3 areas workflows are mandatory. One is budgeting, another one is like timesheet approval, and another one is quotation to project confirmation. There are 3 areas in project management accounting, and one option is there here, purchase requisition workflow is mandatory. Understood? Workflow is mandatory. Purchase requisition workflow is mandatory. Now I'm just opening this purchase requisition workflow. I'm opening this one. So I hope it will work in this test environment. That is the reason I have opened this application. Otherwise, in my local system, it is not working. Just I would like to show you this workflow from trial version. Okay, now workflow is open. So I don't want so many conditions. Simply, I will map only one condition. Actually, inside there are conditions. Let me open. So it is value is $0 something. If it is less than something $0, then it is something it was processed. So I don't want this condition. I'm removing conditions and I'm mapping directly workflow. So based on your requirement, you can map in real-time scenario. So let me double click. Right click on properties. Right click on properties. So purchase requisition workflow. Let me verify who is the user. So I don't want Inga and Sarah. I'm mapping admin. Let me continue. And I will map single approver is fine. Single approver is fine. So what I did, I have added my user admin. Okay, I'm clicking OK. Fine. Now let me minimize this workflow, and I need to save this file. Give me a second. Little bit technique I need to apply to move this one. Yes, it was came. Save and close, and I am entering the version number. Click OK. The cursor will be no. You need to map activate new version. So now I have activated new version. Let me verify line view also, purchase requisition line. If it is any conditions are there or not, let me verify. Just I'm checking what is the conditions inside. Let me add administration, like admin, user. It is required. Okay, let me save and close. Just I have added my username so that while approving, I can approve myself. So if you click on versions, it will show you the versions, some changes. Okay, no problem. Now what I did, I have made like self approve this function. Let me go to purchase revision. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, Satya, audible now.
Am I audible now?
Yes, Satya, audible. Yes, Satya, audible now.
Fine. So there is a 1 second, 2 seconds. There is a network issue. Fine, no issues. Now I'm clicking on workflow approval submit. Fine. Please approve something I'm creating. I'm writing in it something. Click OK. Submit. So now it is the status is in review. The status is in review. Let me refresh. And here it will show you, as of now it is recall, but it will show you like approve, reject and all those things. I made it self approval. Give me a second, it is processing. Yeah, it was created. Now it is pending with either admin or Inga or Sarah. Either one should be approved this one. So now I'm approving myself. Workflow approve. Approved. So now it is in review. It should be changed to approved. It should be changed to approved. Let it be. It will take a minute time. Okay, now it was approved. Once it is approved, you can create a purchase order automatically. System will create one purchase order automatically. Let me verify. Refresh. So it was approved. It was approved. Give me a second. Procurement and sourcing module. Give me a second. Let me take duplicate. Let me go to purchase orders, all purchase orders.
Satya,
Hmm?
sorry for troubling you. Sorry for trouble.
Yeah,
When we create a new item, we have not mapped a vendor in the item.
we have mapped already. I will show you. Default vendor, you are talking about default vendor, right? It
Exactly, exactly.
was mapped already. It was mapped. It's mapped. Give me a second. I will show you that one. So for this 1002, because I have used template, existing
Okay,
template,
okay, okay, got it. Okay,
you have not observed that one. Okay. Yes, one.
okay, sure.
So let me verify this purchase orders. Yeah, it was created automatically purchase order with the item 1002. Understood? So we have mapped one released product. In this, it was created a released product, and in that we have mapped one vendor, default vendor US101. With this US101 vendor, item 1002 purchase order is created. Understood? Any confusion here? This is created on 22nd. This is in this year 22nd, Jan 2nd. Why it is showing Jan 2nd means this application is time zone is USA time zone. So still USA, in USA it is night, yesterday night. For us it is morning, for them it is yesterday night. That is the reason it is showing this one. Any confusion? If you want, I will show you one more transaction and I will add some more details also. Is it clear or any confusion?
Satya, why do you want to link it with the catalogs? Why cannot be independent items? Because we are
So
looking.
the design itself is like that. I cannot. This is standard behavior of the application. I cannot do comment on those things because it is design is like that. What is the reason?
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly why it was, but it is mandatory. You need to map category and should be mapped, should be published in the catalog. That is the process.
Moreover, apart from this computers and office supplies, no other thing is being displayed in the PR form.
What do you mean by that one? I did not get you.
In when you are making a PR purchase requisition,
Hmm.
that particular computer procurement category is being displayed.
Hmm. Hmm.
We are not able to select any other category apart from
You can
computer.
select any. You can select anything. 1 second. I will do it.
Okay.
Fine. So your doubt is like whether I need to select only computers or any category. That's what your question. Am I right?
Exactly.
Okay, fine. What we'll do now, we have prepared, we did it now, we'll map it another category. So let me edit in this item and let me delete this one. Let me map same procurement. Office supplies. Okay. Suppose I'm mapping with calculators and accessories. Okay. Now I have mapped under calculators and accessories. Now, if you go here, procurement catalogs, expand this one. What is that category we have mapped? Calculators and accessories. So let me open that calculators and accessories where it is available. See, here it is there. Now we can publish the catalog. Okay. Understood? Now I can do purchase equation. 1 second. The plus button should be there. It is not showing. Refresh. Give me a second. I will do one thing. So the plus button, wherever it is there, I will map here. Suppose standard envelopes. I'll map here standard envelopes. Give me a second. For that also there is some other one, some other function I will discuss with you. Give me a minute. But we can map here somewhere else. Tractors and cars. Is it visible here? Both areas it is. Some policies also there. I will discuss with you. In this and in that both, which is available common with the plus button. Computers is one button. Staplers, scissors is there. Okay. Otherwise, okay, one thing I will tell you here. So I have mapped here calculators and accessories. It was published. So for this, we have one more option. That's what I want to tell you. In procurement and sourcing module, collapse all, setup, not here, 1 second. Accounts payable module, collapse all, setup, policy setups, vendor invoice policies. Give me a second. It is, I think, procurement sourcing module. Policies here. purchasing policies. So procurement policies. In this, I'm going to explain you this one only. Next topic. So in this Contours Entertainment USA, you have selected policy rules, purchase requisition control rule. This is one of the policy. Give me a second. Catalog policy rule. Office supplies, it is fine, defined. Catalog access policy rule here. So we want now which one we are mapping? Office missions, calculators and accessories. Click add. Understood? Calculators and accessories I have added in this catalog policy rule. Click OK. Now if you go to catalogs and accessories, let me close and let me open. Now it will show here. Let me go to purchase requisition. Let me delete this one and let me recreate. Click new. Click OK. Something I'm writing here, it is mandatory. Click on add lines. Item. Still is not coming. 1 second. Oh, whether it is saved or not, I did not remember. Saved. Let me re-verify. So categories and accessories. Anyhow, this is not mandatory. This is for two-way matching or three-way matching policy. This is not a mandatory thing. This one is correct actually. Category access policy rule, in that you can add here. Well, let me remove, let me add once again. So I have added. This is enough. If you add like this, close. Let me reopen and let me verify. So now itself this many times it was saved. So category calculators and accessories, it is there in the category access policy rule. Now let me go back. Let me map this one. Was mapped. Earlier, this add button is available here also. You can map there or you can map here. So I don't know why it was disabled here, but it is earlier in the previous versions, it is available. Maybe in the recently it was changed something. I don't know what is the reason.
No, Satya, that is also available in the category hierarchy if you go.
No, here also it should be there. It is not in the procurement category hierarchy. Like you are telling, like
Yeah,
in the category
exactly.
hierarchy, right? But
Yes.
here also it should be available. Here also it is available. This is procurement category hierarchy. That is category hierarchy. Okay, that is also available actually. Fine. Now it is coming. 1 minute. Calculators and accessories. It is showing. Let me delete and let me recreate. If it is not coming, I will verify and I will get back to you. Okay, it is should be available. Okay, it is not coming. So I'm not sure. I need to verify this one. Why it is not coming? Whether it is, what is the reason here? See, plus is coming, am I right? That plus condition, if it is plus is there, it will work. So in this plus, how it comes, I don't know. I need to verify this one, and I will come back to you. Okay. So this is more about this catalogs and procurement catalogs, vendor catalogs, and external catalogs are more about linked to retail industry a lot. Okay, so the main concern is, I mean to say, there is a overlaps. So we are learning about T&L majorly. Along with this one, there is a retail concern overlaps. So I'm not strong in this area. Whereas in this area, I'm strong and I'm strong in this area. I'm strong in this area. But whereas retail, I'm not very much expert in this area. That is the reason I'm not able to show you immediately, because this catalogs is more about retail industry. In the retail map process, there is mandatory steps you need to map it. Without this category hierarchy, you cannot proceed. There are so many hierarchies, am I right? Okay, so in that hierarchies, it is mandatory. Category hierarchies are more important and mandatory steps for the retail industry. So in this area also, if I learn something extent, then I can confidently speak about these catalogs. Understood? These catalogs. Fine. One more thing I would like to tell you. So here it is your mapping. So one is purchasing policies. You need to write down this also. Let me write down the steps. Procurement and sourcing module. Procurement and sourcing module. Purchase policies. 1 minute. Where it is? Setup policies. Setup policies. Okay, and then purchasing policies. This is one important. Next one is, one more important is here, this employee created, but he is not USMF employee. Suppose this worker is not belongs to USMF company. What do you mean by that one? Let me show you quickly. Employee should be, or worker should be, belongs to that company. So what it means, let me go to HR, because there are so many modules linked between these things. If you go to workers, let me search by Julia. Okay, this is the employee. Okay, and this employee should be like employment history. This employee should be from the USMF company. From USMF company. So while creating purchase requisition, we have option to select for which companies he is employee. For those companies, he can create material. Not only this one, suppose I'm employee of these 5 companies, so I'm executing. Now I want to create for INMF company. If I want to create purchase requisition on behalf of INMF company, now I'm not employee of this one. I cannot add blindly for INMF company. So if you want like that situations, we have one more option, purchase requisition permissions. Okay, so preparer here, 1 minute. So let me filter by this Julia Vanderberg 20, I think. Okay, for this I'm adding not this one, give me a second. By requester, I'm preparing, I'm adding another legal entity, INMF. What happened? INMF should be there. Is it not there? Why? Okay, fine. Why it is not showing, I don't know. INMF. So if I map this INMF, then if you go here, it will show you INMF as well. Let me remove. Let me save this one. INMF legal entity, Julia Vanderberg. So now I'm creating requisition. Now it will show you INMF as well. Why it is not showing? Effective from Saturday, I'm mapping. Let me save by requester. Not required. This is not required. By requester only. Yes, INMF. It is not showing. Then let me delete and let me recreate purchase requisition quickly. Click new. I'm entering something. Click OK. Now INMF also will be shown. See. So if you want on behalf of another company, then there is one more policy. So here purchase requisition permissions. Purchase requisition permissions. You can write. Understood? So these are two policies, you can add it. Actually, the policies is more applicable in retail industry a lot. So if you note that one, that area, at least to some extent, then you will understand clearly about these policies a lot. Policies and categories, catalogs and categories and all these things. These areas are linked to that area. Okay, so tomorrow may not be shown by immediately like this item master from where it is coming. It will take some time. If not, I will publish in the group. I will verify. Most probably next Saturday, Sunday, I will verify. I will not have time now. Okay, I will verify this how it is coming. If in case even course is completed, I will verify and I will publish in the group. Okay, Magesh.
Sorry, Satya, just one more. We are mapping Julia with receiving operating unit, sales and marketing. Whether the sales and marketing will have any restriction in selecting the items, any restrictions will be given for particular category only. The material has to be selected for raising PR like that. Any restriction mapping will be there?
Actually, here no, I don't think so. Okay, I will verify this one and I will verify and I'll come back to you. Okay, so this is actually operating unit is the dimension only. The operating unit means it's a dimension, but I need to verify this one, what it is exactly. This is internal operating unit only, but I will come back, I will verify and I will come back to you. If I'm removing, then what is showing? It's not showing. Okay, I will verify this one now, Magesh, because this screen is in real-time scenario. The utilization is very less, very less, because majority people are using purchase order is more enough, and then RFQ process if they want they can use it, but purchase requisition is very less. I mean to say in implementations I have not used. I have taught to many people, many batches, but I have not used much in the implementation process. But I will verify and I will get back to you. Okay.
Thank you, Satya. Thank you.
So we'll connect once again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. IST. Please try to join by sharp 6 a.m. IST. Okay. See you all. Bye-bye.